Gemini, I. What on earth is it about this eye? I've got my eye on someone. Again, this eye seems to be coming up. I mean, what is it? An eyelash, or a lush, or someone that... Oh, I wonder what that was. Sorry, put me to death. Something with an eye, like I have my eye on you. Like I've always got my eye out. Like I'm always looking out for someone to turn up. Like I'm looking for Steve's channel to turn up, and I seem to always have my eye in this direction. Unless someone's got a false eye. I really don't know. I get like either iron levels, or I've always got my eye on an iron, or a lion, or Leo, or an Aquarian, or something like that. I've always got my eye on a piece of pussy. I mean, I don't know what it is about this eye that keeps coming up. Eyelash, a lash, like lass, someone from up north. But like I've got my eye on a lass, okay, or lasso, something to do with lasso, Sue, the name Sue, okay. But someone's like spying on you or watching you like all the time. Like they're constantly watching you, like watching out to see if something's happening, watching you here, watching you there. A watch, like a physical watch, or they're always looking at their watch. Because I can see someone going, right, what's the time? Okay, I'm going to be late. I've got to watch. Like, and I have to watch my watch so I can watch. I mean, is it like a television program or is it me? I don't know. But like, I can't wait until something comes on and I'm watching my watch to watch a watch to see if they're watching. And like, I want to know if they're watching me or not. Like, is this person watching me? And like, are they there? And I can't wait for this person to come on so I can see if they're watching or not. So is it a YouTube channel? I don't know, but like I can't wait to put something on to see if this person's watching. I can't wait to put something on. Hold on a second, Gemini. Hold your horses, bruv. Somebody with Only Fools and Horses, Dave, or like a Cancerian or Life Path 7. I don't know, but I'm always kind of like dressing up for someone to come around or someone to come on. Like I'm dressing up and I'm going to have to put some clothes on to try and show... Is this where everybody's changing their icons again to a dress or something? Like, I'm going to show you a new dress. Or like, I'm going to tell you my address and where I live. Or like, I'm going to show you an icon with my dress. Like, or something like that. But I keep hearing, and it's not... I don't know if it's disturbing for you or not. I just get... Is it doing around a Piscean? Around a Pisces? Like, okay, I keep watching my watch to find out if someone's coming home all the time. And like, I need to find out if they're coming home. Or if they're coming around. Or I need to watch my watch to see if this person's coming so I can watch them. Because it's something to do with someone's eyes... and also something to do with someone's watch. I like timekeeping. Like I need to keep time so I can make sure that I don't miss a program that comes on, or that I don't miss a tablet. For instance, say if you're taking medication, okay, and you're constantly looking at your phone to see if there's a message, or the other person is, or you're always checking the time to see if you've missed an appointment, or like, shit, have I missed it, and is it on yet? Like, because I keep picking up that someone has got like someone's structure down to a T of when they go to work, when they get up, when something comes on, when their favourite television programme comes on, when Steve comes on, but whatever it be, like, or someone that's beginning with B, Brian, okay, but like, it's set by a structure. Like, I always seem to be watching the clock to see what time it is, to see when this thing's going to be happening. And then I'm watching my clock to see when someone turns up, because they turn up like clockwork every single day, exactly the same time. And it's kind of like, okay, it's getting closer to that time, and I seem to be like, you know when pretty much like you phone someone up and they say, okay, I'll be there at a certain time, and you're waiting to be picked up in the morning, say if you're waiting to go to work or something, right? And like you sit there and you stand in the kitchen, like kind of like looking out, see if there's a car coming, and you kind of think, man, they said they're going to be at this time, and I can't get on with anything else until they turn up, okay? Or I can't get on with anything else until something happens, you know? And it's kind of like that in a way. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know. Is it a message? Is it relating to any of you at all? Is it your relatives, Gemini? Okay, you can also watch this as a Capricorn. If you're a Capricorn, you can watch it. If you're a Gemini, you're watching it. It's a Gemini reading, so you can also watch Capricorn readings and seeing if anything relates to you in any way whatsoever. But it seems to be set by structure. So I would say something around Taurus or possible Sagittarian, but I'm saying more kind of 5 energy, life path 5 or Taurus placement of a structure. This is the time that it happens. This is the time that I do it, and I'm waiting for it to come on. Okay, something like that. Okay, so some of you might be waiting for your period, okay, and you're kind of like, you know what, I'm also hearing a free period. So some of this might be to do with school work or something at work, and you're at work and you watch your clock to make sure that something. I mean, honestly, right? I'm getting this. Is it Nadia Shaw or Gary Shaw or Gary or Tina or someone that's called Shaw? Okay, but like, or sure to be sure, or someone from Ireland, right? But it seems that some of you, and I am picking this up, and it might be weird, but not weird, but like, are you guys watching this at work? This, or channels, like anybody's channel at work, and it's set by a time that it comes on. I mean, mine, for instance, they always come on later on in the evening, okay, for me. For you guys, I don't know what time that is, because it's like America. But it seems to be set by a watch, okay? I'm always watching, and it always seems to come on around the same time, or name Sal, or Steve, or Sarah, or anybody beginning with S, okay? And it always seems to come on around the same time, or like my period always seems to come on at the same time. Okay, hold on a minute, Gemini. Let's just get to grips of what these are. Okay, so some of this is to do with keeping an eye on a time, okay, because something happens at a certain time every day, and I'm always looking out for it to come on, okay. And I'm always looking for a specific person that is on there so I can look at them and see them and talk to them. Okay. So I'm thinking that this might be something to do with around social media or a friend. Okay. Or a friend or something like that, right? But I'm hearing like it's coming on at a certain time. Some of this is where your day is structured that much that you watch a certain television program at exactly the same time, and it's your favourite TV show, and you watch it exactly the same time every day. Okay. Okay, I'm also picking up like a Fitbit maybe, or something to do with like a physical watch. Like it's a watch that's keeping time. Okay, that it's always keeping time. Okay, because I keep picking up like my watch is always keeping time. Like, and like I'm always bothered about my watch or something. Like I'm always bothered about who's watching. Some of you could suffer from paranoia, or someone suffers from paranoia about being watched or something, or about being seen. Sean. I'm also picking up the name Sean, like always being seen by Sean. Okay. I'm not picking up any the name Devil, Devi, Evie, Steve, Devil, a Devil, which is a Capricorn energy, which is yourselves of 6. And like it happens at Clockwork Orange. Okay, Orange. Orange is the new black. So is it something to do with that? Like Prisoner Cell Block H? Or like Henry, the name Henry, or Hoover, or H, and Haley, also Haley, Henry, but anybody beginning with H. But like Prisoner Cell Block H, or Orange is the New Black. So is it like a television program that comes on, for instance? Or are you guys in anything to do with around prison? And it happens at a certain time, okay, and I'm waiting for my court date, or something like that, and it's bugging me because of this time. Not too much of a strong message there. I don't think it's anything to do with that. But I don't know why I'm picking up like Orange is the New Black and Prisoner Cell Block H. So is it anything to do with a 4, which would be Scorpio, Aries, 4 of Wands? 4 of Wands, Scorpio, Aries people, and something to do with I'm always keeping an eye out for a 4. Okay. Gemini. Sorry, I'll get to the interlude of pretty much what's going on at the moment with the channel. Yeah, timekeeping. Like trying to keep time, keep an eye on the time so I'm not late. So like, are you always doing something exactly the same time and you really try not to be late? The name Lee, or Leanne, or Lucy. Something very urgent, or it might not even be urgent. It just seems to be like, I'm always watching. I am always watching, and I'm always looking out for something to come on because I can't wait for it to happen. And it keeps making me check my watch. And it keeps making me check my phone. I mean, is it like where some of you've got a very important message, or like someone's messaging you and talking to you, and you're trying not to, like, you're constantly checking on your phone all the time to see if it's around about the same time that someone messages you all the time. They message you and they speak to you at a certain time every day, and you don't ever want to miss it, and you're always checking your phone. Or is it a physical message? Okay. And I don't want to miss it, so I have to keep checking my phone. I have to keep checking my watch. Because I keep picking up someone keeps checking their watch all the time, like, to see if it's even missing. like there's an item that they have on them that's like really important, and I'm always, I mean, me for instance, right, it could even be this as a message, I'm trying to get to grips with what it is, but like me when I go out the house, right, I always go like this all the time. If I get in the car, I go like that, make sure that everything is there, I take everything out, put it in my car. When I get out, I put it in my pocket, check all my pockets, look there, and then I'm gone. Okay, and then when I get back in the car, I always check my pockets to make sure that my wallet is in my pocket and my phone is in my pocket. As long as I've got those two, I don't give a shit, right? So you could be dealing with a Libra or a 2, okay? But like I'm always checking to make sure that I haven't left something behind, and I always check for my wallet and my thermos and everything else. Could be dealing with a Virgo, okay? But I'm always checking to make sure that I haven't left anything behind, because I don't like leaving something, okay? So I don't like any, what do they call that? I don't like any stone half turned or uncovered, and I don't like halves. I only like the whole thing, okay? So Steve, so I only like the whole thing. The whole thing, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So something to do around Libra or a 2, okay? And I only like the truth, that's all. And I like it because, is it my channel? Honestly, I fucking hate saying this, man, but my spirit keeps saying that some of it is my channel. But this is going to be me because I have a Gemini moon. So I'm always doing my channel because I run it, right? But like, I keep picking up what was I saying now? Shit. Like I do something by clockwork. A 2, that was it. Something around a 2. Don't mess with my tutu. Don't mess with my tutu. Tutu. I don't know. Very weird message there, Gemini, but that's what you've got. Something that happens like clockwork. Something that constantly makes me... is it a riddle? Like a riddle, or someone fiddling with themselves, and I do that daily by, like, each day I make sure that I do this before anybody walks in, or something like that, and I have to make sure that I fiddle with something first beforehand. Okay, so like so as long as I've got time, I have to do it exactly at the same time. If someone likes to come exactly at the same time, I don't know, but like or some people come on exactly the same time, and you have to choose between which, I don't know what the fuck that's got to do with something that, now they're saying a riddle, that's it, and like something that comes on exactly the same time, so I have to make sure, oh my god, is this competition of people doing YouTube? Like I have to beat the other person to the punch. Punch and Judy. So, oh, he's behind you. Oh, no, he's not. Punch and Judy. Judy, Jody, Jolie, Jody, J. Anybody beginning with J? Judas. Somebody here, I'm just going to put it out there. Somebody here is watching in the background this channel, I'm just putting it out there, is watching this channel and is trying to compete with putting something out first before I put, I'm just saying because it's there. I'm trying to not pay attention to the message. They're saying that somebody's watching in the background that's trying to put out a reading before I do, or something like that. Like I need to put something out before someone else does. A fire. I need to put the fire out. It might not be that. Hold on a minute. I need to put the fire out before... Okay, so some of you, it's like a compulsive disorder. I'm just trying to think what that is. Like here, I've got a gas heater, a very old-fashioned gas heater, right? It's a newish one, but it's an old-fashioned one, if you like. And like, I always make sure that there's a person called Shaw here, also Shaw. Okay, and also someone Irish. But I always turn the gas off, and I always make sure that it's off. And if, like, say, if you have a cigarette, for instance, I've stopped smoking, so I'm vaping now. But, like, when I did smoke, I always second-guess myself and walk back through the door, make sure that everything was out, even though I'd already checked everything to make sure there's no cigarettes lit, that the TV is off, that stuff's not running. If it was a fan, I would make sure the fan's off. And I would go out the door, and then I would think, oh, shit, did I really? And then I would open the door, like a compulsive disorder of such. But, like... a safety one, like a safety guard. Okay, a safety guard. So a fire guard. They're saying like a fire drill or a fire guard. Like some of you have an open fire. You have an open fire and it's something around a fire guard. A fire guard. Guard. Gardener or Gardens of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy. So you might even be watching that. I don't know why I'm hearing Guardians of the Galaxy. Galaxy. Some of you are eating a lot of chocolate. Galaxy chocolate. Galaxy. Gaelic. So what's that? Is that Irish? Gaelic coffee. Okay, some of you might be Bailey or bailiffs. Might have somebody around the court. Okay. But like Bailey's coffee, like Gaelic coffee or something like that. Or you're making like bulletproof coffee or coffee. And you're drinking quite a lot of that. Okay, and then Gaelic coffee. Unless someone's in a same-sex relationship here. Same-sex relationship. Lick. I want to lick your... The fuck is that? I want to lick something. Somebody wants to lick somebody. Lick. Unless you're looking for you sing or you make music like me for Angel Radio and you're always looking for the next lick. Okay, that's where I always struggle. Making music for me is a piece of piss. But the only thing I ever always struggle with that stopped me from churning them out all the time is vocals. Is finding vocals to go with the music. Okay, but I've also just done another one, very quick one. It's about 5 minutes. And it's a Christmas song, but it's the Love Collection. So you could be dealing with another Gemini or a Capricorn. Okay. Anyway, so let's see. Because I keep picking up that someone keeps watching their clock or watching someone's channel to make sure that they beat someone else to the punch to get it out before they do. I mean, why the fuck do people be so childish like that? But like, I have to beat you to the punch to watch what you're doing so I can get this out before you do. These are people, man. Oh man, I'm getting sick to death of all of this kind of like petty bullshit that goes around with other tarot card readers. Like, I've got certain messages and I have to make sure that I'm the one that's saying it. I don't know. Anyway, let's get on. Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. So, Gemini, if I didn't explain, because I had 2 or 3 days off a holiday and then I was ill for a little bit and God knows what else, and I've had an overwhelming amount of personal readings, I have been right behind. Okay, so normally I would do the 1st until the 7th over on Patron for everybody, real quick reading, but I hadn't had time to do that this month. So for Christmas, what I thought I would do is just do whenever I'm doing it. Okay, put the readings out for everybody. So I'm hoping I'm going to get this out today. It is the 1st. If it isn't and it comes out tomorrow, because I haven't been able to upload it, okay? So it'll be the 2nd till the 8th. If it is, it'll be the 1st until the 7th, right? But don't worry about the day, okay? And then hopefully everybody will get a little bit more, because when it comes to the end, it'll continue on instead of doing the 1st till the 7th and then 7th until, you know. I'm changing it up a little bit and trying to free up some of my schedule and see if that works. Okay, because the way I'm doing it, I'm not getting any time off at all. Like, I'm having to do readings every single goddamn day. And it's sometimes, I suppose, it can also play havoc with one's mind and health. Okay, so I'm just trying to, like, think of a different route. So anyway, don't worry about it, Gemini. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, for the 1st until the 7th of December, and if not, the 2nd till the 8th. Gemini. So, Page of Wands. So, I've got my eye on you. The eye on the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. So, I have a rival. So, some of you, you have competition, or there is competition out there. There's probably 2 people, maybe, because I'm hearing a rival. Okay, Raven, also John Raven. John, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack also, but Raven, Raven Lunatic, Narc, but like, I'm hearing Narc, what is that, oh God, John Lennon, someone's knocking at your door, someone's ringing, John, ring my bell, but like, someone's knocking at your door, someone's ringing your bell, do me a favour and open the door and let Steve in, let him in, let me in, will you please just let me in? Will you let me into your life? Oh, can you please just let me in? Don't make sure that you don't lock your child out here. And they say, look, please let me in. Please let me in. Please, sir. Can I have some more? Is this Tim? You all right, Tim? How you doing, bruv? Timothy, right? Was it Tim? Or was it, what's the other one? Please, sir. Can I have some more? Can I have some more? More. I want some more. I want more. What is that? Do you have children and they're constantly asking for some more? Like seconds and thirds. Like, can I have some more? And you're like, no, you can't have any more. You've had plenty. No, I want some more. I want some more. Anyway, Gemini, from the 1st until the 7th of December. So, that's why you want some more. Because you're like, well, it's offered to me on a plate, bro. And if it's offered to me on a plate, then I'm going to take it. So, there's this energy. Well, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity either taken or missed. If I take it, I take it. If I miss it, I miss it. Okay? So, there is something here around time and taking it or missing it. Like, either collect 200 quid or pass. So, some of you might be playing Monopoly. You could be from London or you could be from Britain somewhere. Okay? Trafalgar Square is also what I'm hearing. Like, some of you might be going to Trafalgar, or is someone that's British, like myself, right? British. Brittany, I'm also hearing Brittany. Some of you, like I said, you're not speaking to the person that you want to see, because this is like I want to see this. Like, I feel it and I want to see it, but I don't know if I'm taking it or not. Like, I'm hesitant to whether to take this offer or not. There's an offer on the table, but do I take it or don't I? Now, that offer can be anything you want in your life, but there's an offer there. Are you taking it or are you not taking it? Okay. Because this page is kind of like, well, I'm curious about taking it, but I don't know if I can take, if I'm going to take this too far or not. Furlough, also furlough. So it might be an offer of work for a lot of you. Gemini, for the 1st until the 7th of December. Man, there's clients all over the place. Hopefully everybody's joining my Patreon again. But like, there's also people here. There's probably 2 people, 2 children, 2 friends, 2 people, 2 love interests. I don't know. But one's steaming right into this one and like, bruv, if you don't want it, I'll take it. This is like, if you don't want it, I'll take it off your hands, bruv. So are you selling something? And they're like, look, if they're not going to take it, then I'll take it. Like, if they're not going to take that off your hands, bruv, I'll take it. Right? That's what we say in Britain. Right? If you're selling something, they say, bruv, that's a deal, that's a steal. In fact, you know what, Nick? Fuck it. I think I'll keep it. Well, you keep it, bruv, and I'll take that off your hands quick, sharpish. Right? So, look, take it off your hands. Anyway. So, Hannah, I'm also hearing Hannah. Hanoi, Hannah, Han, Nan. I'll take your nan off your hands. Really? Come give Aunt Bunny a kiss, honey. So, like, I don't know. I'm hearing, well, I'll take it. If there's an opportunity there, I ain't going to miss that one. So, some of you, you're with your partner. Okay, you're with your partner. Some of you have got children. Let's see. Gemini, from the 1st until the 7th of December for Gemini. It will more than likely be the 2nd till the 8th, okay, because it is kind of the 1st today. So you've got the devil, okay, so you've got Capricorn, so there it is, yourselves, and also a Capricorn placement somewhere, but you classically come up as the 6. So some of you have got children, okay, one of your children, if you've got one child, whatever, they're together, like your children, if you've got them, they're here, and if you've got one child, they're seeing someone, right, they're old enough in order to date, so they're in this reading. So they're kind of like talking and not talking to you about something here. One of them you may have with you and the other person may be with another person, meaning like they are with the ex, okay, trying to get access to this child and get them to speak up about something. Some of you, your children, get really annoyed with you when you dig into their personal affairs, okay, when there's things going on in their life and they're busy, and you try to speak to them and they don't speak to you and they shun you, okay, that's because they don't want bothering here, because there's someone that can't be bothered and there's someone that can be bothered. So if you're in a relationship, someone's helping you do something because you may not be able to be bothered to do it. So it's kind of like, well, I can't really be bothered to do all of that. And they're like, well, look, I'll help you do it then. Okay, so whatever that is that's being done, Pucci or anyone like that, okay, if you can't be bothered to do it, I'll do it for you. Okay, so there's support here, okay. Because I'm bringing up like support working. something at work. Like if you can't support me at work, I'll do it. Okay. Some of you might be taking on extra shifts at work because one of these people can't be asked and they don't do much. And then the other person says, well, I'll take it. I'll do that. Like if there's extra shifts, I'll take it. So if any of you are out there and you're thinking, you know what, I really want some time off, someone's going to cover your shift for you at work. If not, and it's you, you're covering someone's shift at work more than likely here, because that's what's being taken. Doesn't have to be love. I'm also hearing taking my children as well. Okay, I'm going to take my kids, or you've took my kids. Michael also, I'm hearing Mike. Gemini. 4 Gemini from the 1st. Don't worry about the date, everything's gone wrong, Gemini, at the moment. It's because I've already done 2 and it's getting late now. But yeah, 2. So any of you are thinking at the moment, how come Steve's a little bit late putting out the Aries and the Taurus reading? That's because I'm sitting here doing this and the time's getting on, that's why. So you got 2 here. You got a 2 here, so there's an energy of like, well, who do I choose then? Do I choose this person that's not speaking to me? And if they're not speaking, well, then I might as well speak to the person that is, okay? Because this 2 is trying to make a choice. Who am I speaking to? Okay. So I'm also hearing, hello, Belinda? Hello? Who am I speaking to? Oh, it's, unless you work on a phone or something like that. I'm hearing that someone might be trying to choose between 2 people here because there's an offer right in the middle with 2 people here trying to take this offer. One of them may not know the fact that there's an offer, but the other one does. Okay, because this one's kind of oblivious of not really knowing. Okay, it's kind of in the background there. And then this knight is steaming in towards this Ace of Cups. Okay, so it's like trying to beat someone to the punch. Now, like I said, if this is not love, it's a work thing. It's like, if you're not going to take it, then I'm going to take it, okay? Like more hours or something like that. So the 2 now, which is more like a Capricorn Libra placement of something, is trying to make this decision of what to do. Okay, we're supposed to be doing the other side. Man, I am lost my flow today. Show me the other person, please, connected to Gemini. Show me the other person connected to Gemini. So you got like a Virgo energy here also. So you've kind of got this stubbornness of like waiting to be able to speak to someone, but very briefly. Like I only open up now and again. That's it. Like it's just now and again. That's it. Like I get to see this person once in a while, or I get to speak to them once in a while, and then I'm back to closing down again and not doing anything. Right? So, I don't know why I'm also hearing Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Glenn, also, someone, so the name Glenn, and also someone from Scotland, Glenn, the Glenn. Ben, also, I'm picking up Benji, or Ben. Ben, Big Ben, something to do with around London. Let's see. Show me the other person connected to Gemini, please. The other person connected to Gemini. So 8. So you got Leo and Aquarian. So you have got speaking. You've just got this energy of, well, I could be looking at one's weight here. Anything that is addictive. 9 of Cups is an addictive energy, and Capricorn is addictive energy. It's also soulmate kind of stuff of codependency, but it's also like food, stuff like that. Trying to be careful. Okay. If there's also an energy of being caught, I don't know if that is, like I'm trying to be careful, okay? More of a I'm being seen but not heard. And I've never heard of you before. I've never even seen you before. Somebody is talking to someone that they've never seen. Like, I'm talking to you but I've never actually seen you before. Well, that's the majority of people in the chat. Okay, I've heard of you, but I've never actually seen your face before. I've never seen who you really are. Charlotte, I've heard of you, but I've never seen you. But I'm speaking to you. Someone doesn't really know if the person's real or fake. Let's see. Show me the other person connected to Gemini, please. The other person connected to Gemini. So what is this about? So some of you are in a relationship. There's just this energy of seeing each other now and again. So basically travelling to see one another now and again. And you speak to each other, but you separate lives separately. You don't live with the person here. And you get to see them now and again. You speak to them now and again. Some of you, this is the child, because I'm hearing Jennifer, Julia, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, and I get to see my kids now and again. Okay, so the Pisces that you were with, the Capricorn lot that have always had the beef with the Pisces and says it's always the Pisces, and the Pisces that always say it's the Capricorn energies and the Aquarians and the Eights, because you're on this side as well. You're still just blaming each other, and you're seeing the children now and again. You're not with your ex, but you just see them now and again. Okay, so the children are being floated around like a market stall, really. Okay, I'll buy you for the next $1. Okay, stolen cake. Also hearing stolen, something that's stolen. I don't know if it was stolen. It might be the watch. I don't know. Or someone worries the fact that something's going to be stolen from them, or you stole my man, or you stole my woman, and can I steal them off you? Or steal them off you? Nephew. Someone's going to steal your nephew. What is that? Somebody's going to steal my nephew. Do you have nieces and nephews? The name Neve, Eve, Steve, nephew. So is it a grandmother? Something to a grandmother, and they're going to take my children. Not take them as in steal them. As in like they're going to take my children off me for a little bit. Okay, the grandmother and the grandparents are going to have the children for a little bit to lighten some of the load. And some of you, you're talking to the person that you love, the Queen of Cups, Aquarius, Leo, talking. There's some kind of like addiction going on though. Okay, so that's what I've got so far for YouTube. If you want to continue on with the reading, Gemini, I really do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. It'll only go to the full access bundle only. More cards here, clarify. More cards here, clarify. And then thoughts and feelings from your partner towards you, okay? Or about the story. But whatever comes out, you get all the truth. And it is all over on the full access bundle. You can find all links provided below to everything that you want. Also, all the other channels that I run, the other 2 channels, you can find the links to everything there also. And I'll hopefully see you over on Patreon.